Infirmary Media.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 105 of the Video Rangers podcast. I'm Mike Ranger. Sitting beside me is Chris Ranger. Say hello, Chris Ranger.
Am I coming in clear? I'm Mike TV and you're dead. Bang. Fucking dick. Kirk fucking Cameron. What is Kirk Cameron up to these days?
Spreading the word of God, maybe? What do you think Kirk Cameron does?
Always weird. Was his family, did they just get into being born again? Or was it like, because like his sister's the same way, DJ, or
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I get the sense that maybe she's like her own thing.
No, she has some hang-ups on religion.
Because
the same kind of deal. I'm pretty sure.
It's just that like what she does on Full House now is not something I would expect.
It doesn't make any. It's strange that. Oh, okay, all right. Conversion to Christianity. Cameron was an atheist in his early teens. When he was 17, during the height of his career in Columbia, became a born-again Christian. Okay, so he did convert. I wasn't sure what that was.
Well, let's look at it this way, man. A lot of people that become like born again, it usually happens after like some type of trauma, whether it be addiction or, murder. It's like
murder.
I don't know, man. Like, what do you think? What do you think he did to make him seek such salvation?
Got to him. Yeah, like what happened?
Do you think there was an influencer?
Story.
You think
was
it was
he
one
doing
of those?
Cocaine?
Was he hanging out at like the fucking soda shop
after
before
the series was
Feldman?
canceled? Growing Pains was canceled. I didn't know that. Cameron did not maintain contact with his former co-stars and not speak to Tracy Gold for 8 years.
Well, did you see that interview that they did with like, I forget what show it was, but somebody flat out like asked fucking the cast, like they were all together and they were asked about like how difficult was it when, because it's publicly known.
He ruined the show.
It's known that he caused a lot of problems.
He ruined the show. They wouldn't have been canceled. They would have went out.
He took his beliefs and he made it. This has to be everybody's beliefs.
I guess they got canceled and he knew they were getting canceled. Yeah, it has an ending.
But maybe they gave him the courtesy of an ending because a finale gets ratings.
This was a big show, though.
Big show.
So I guess that's why.
I mean, this is a show that grew over time, and this is just some of the pains it had. He's. You know what sucks? He starts off and you like love him. He's like a Ferris Bueller.
He's kind of got that whole vibe. It's just after Ferris Bueller debuted.
He's a funny guy. He's loose.
He's always. It's funny. Like we're
father like son.
He's popular, but like they make his friends uglier to make him look better.
You think?
Yeah, no doubt. They're not gonna make anyone. They want to make him look a little bit better, so they make him. Yeah, they're fugly looking dudes. I mean,
you think Eddie and Boner don't look very good?
Boner is actually better looking than Eddie, but they make Boner retarded. Like Boner's a regular looking guy, but they made him like an Italian moron
with his IROC Z.
His IROC Z out cruising. Italian retard out cruising. They did. Excuse me for my voice.
Boner's taking his IROC Z to
we just starting the episode
the pork store
without an introduction.
He's out there getting the fresh mutts.
We didn't do an introduction. We're like in the show now.
I thought this was a freestyle episode.
Oh, okay.
We always do the mic check first.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, sure.
This could be anything it wants to be.
Yeah.
No format here.
We're in deep now.
No, man, it's good. This is good. It's a little.
We're talking more about the show than the particular.
We wouldn't talk about this on the show. This is the background.
That's the background show.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, then they got rid of him. I imagine he wanted more money, and they said, "Bye."
Who, Boner?
Yeah, right. Why would they get rid of him?
Well, I mean,
He's a dummy. Every fucking TV show, like good one, usually has a dummy. Sometimes they come in a little later, but
no, he was just his best friend. Everybody needs a best friend. Like fucking Ben hangs out with fucking Stinky Ferguson.
Stinky, yeah.
Is it Stinky Ferguson or just Stinky? I don't know.
Stinky.
It's definitely Stinky.
I don't know. It's been forever.
A lot of ins and outs
He looks,
of the show.
dude, his friend Eddie, look at his eyes. He looks like the fucking, one of the biker guys in Weird Science. The bald guy. They just had a close-up of his face.
You think he's the guy from fucking...
He's not him, but he looks like him for like a second. Actually, he has the same crazy eye look. He's got that crazy look in his eyes. He kind of has a Stallone look, too.
You think he's the Hills Have Eyes guy?
Well, he's the Weird Science guy.
That's like borderline sloth.
Yeah, but no, look no, I'm not saying he has the same eyes as that guy, though.
Yeah, but now you're shaming.
He has terrible hair.
Shaming. How can you say something mean to somebody? What was the meanest thing ever said to you? I want to know.
Congratulations, Mike. I have 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And
what do
Mike,
I get for this?
And we talked about this. Mike wins. Meanest thing said to him.
Oh. You go first, though.
He beats me. Oh, my fucking voice is terrible today.
No, it's good. We'll fix it.
We'll fix it.
We'll fix it
in post.
We'll give you that good radio voice. That good Arthur Avenue voice.
Okay, I got 3 examples. And they're by people. One of them's by my niece. So whatever. But the other
What'd your
two are
niece
from,
say
by
to you?
People.
So this happened in your adult life?
Yeah, it's like a couple months ago.
Oh, okay. Mine just goes back to childhood.
She's very into Frozen.
Okay. And she just can't let it go.
And she made a face, and she did like a thing with her hands.
Yeah, she cast a spell on
she said,
you.
if I had powers, I'd freeze you. So
Which is a horrible death.
Yeah, I told her immediately that's the meanest thing everyone's ever said.
Yeah.
So I shot a Hadouken at her.
Oh, okay.
And then a Kamehameha wave.
Okay.
For just to make sure she's done.
But yeah, no, a frozen death is kind of horrible because she's saying like, I want to freeze you like an ice.
And she tried to. She went,
yeah.
It's not like she wanted to freeze me.
If she had said, hey, I'm going to freeze you in carbonite like fucking Han Solo, at least you know you're going to get out of it, eventually.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she'll gain powers one day and I'm fucked.
And she's just waiting for you. I don't want to figure it out.
But one time I was on the bus. I was with my friend, and he's talking to this girl he knows, and I kind of know her too, but I don't know her well. And he's kind of busting her chops, and I'm kind of like just laughing what he's saying. And she's like, "Who are you? No one even knows who you are."
Yeah. Just hit you right there.
I'm like, bitch, I know who you are. You know who I am.
Nobody even
I didn't
knows.
know what to say though.
Well, no, that just means that she was
struck.
thinking like nobody cares about you.
I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Maybe something like that.
You might as
I
well
don't
not even exist.
I don't
in
even
this
matter.
School.
I totally froze up. I don't know what. I wasn't even part of the conversation. I was laughing at what he said. Now I'm in trouble.
It's pretty
Why
mean.
don't you tell that to him?
That is pretty mean.
Fucking Rob getting me in trouble. Getting mean things said to me.
One of our friends in San Diego.
Fucking Rob
Ranger.
And this one girl, she's like 200 pounds, 250, and we're like lining up the class.
6'2",
6'2", 250. So I'm waiting to get out of class, and I got big freckles on my face.
Okay.
And she said, "Why you got those moles on your face?"
That was
and I was like, "What just happened? Like we and you don't talk. Like you're giving me shit." Like I was just like, again, I was just frozen. I'm terrible reaction. This is why I'm so mean today.
You're
and
pretty
shit like
mean.
this.
You are pretty mean.
I can be.
Okay.
I say awful.
All right. Well, but listen, man. I think these are.
I didn't say nothing back.
No.
Like, it's like one of my biggest regrets in life. Like, what am I doing?
How old
I was
were you?
so meek. I was in 9th grade. I wasn't someone who like spoke out. I was still like very shy.
Well, you're trying to find out who you are,
I was
man.
quiet.
Nobody knows who they are when they're wearing fucking Boss jeans.
But like I was totally like, I don't talk to this girl, and she just totally like ripped me, and I'm like, what? Wait, what? What? Like I just want to leave class and go to lunch. Like, and then you're like ripping me up. Like you're like way overweight.
No.
And you're gonna try to give shit on me, and like I'm like an awkward stage. I'm like 15 or 14.
It's funny, like,
so like
we're gonna
being like it ruined my day.
We're gonna talk about.
I'm still thinking about it. Fucking over 20 years later.
We're gonna break down what
dude.
bullying was like from 1986 to 2000.
I wasn't bullied too much. I remember this big giant fat kid who I knew was like some asshole troll. Like,
well, you were verbally bullied.
School. I was walking in the hallway and it was like shoulder to shoulder. And he fucking just threw a paper ball and hit me right in the fucking, like, between the eyes.
That's terrible.
And I'm like, what am I going to do? That kid's got like 100 pounds on me.
What are you going to do?
But at the same time, I was just like, we're shoulder to shoulder. But I was like, fucking A. I was just like, you motherfucker. And I was like in 10th grade.
Goes to show you, people don't forget.
They don't.
Memories.
You remember shit like that. Certain things just stick in your fucking head.
Scattered pictures.
So what awful things happen to you, Mike?
I don't know if I want to talk about them anymore, man. It's fucking depressing.
Because Mike wins.
All right, so I have two. I have two that just are like,
go for it,
worst things I think I ever said to me. And this does not include things that my parents said to me, because they might have said worse things. I'm pretty sure they said worse things.
Sorry to hear that.
No, I like them. They're nice people.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I was like, what did I say? I was like 7 years old.
Yeah.
7 years old. And like the kid that I hung out with all the time, basically by default, because like when you're fucking 5 or 6 years old, you just 7 years old, you're hanging out with whoever's within walking distance.
I will tell you, and I've thought about this, is that when you're, let's say if you're 7 years old and you hang out with someone who's like a year older than you, or if you're hanging out with someone who's maybe same age as you and then their friend comes over, you get bullied.
Yeah.
That happened to me a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
A kid bullies you, or you hang out with your friend who's the same age, or maybe he's a year older than you, and then his friend comes over, and then they both bully you. I've had that happen to me several times when I was a kid.
No, this person that was 2 years older than me that failed second grade, somehow I'm the moron. But, all right, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I'm 7 years old, and he fucking proceeds to tell me about why I'm going nowhere in life.
At 7.
At 7. 7 years old, I already knew my future. And he told me that I was ugly as fuck, so nobody was ever going to marry me. And that I was dumb as fuck, and nobody was ever going to give me a job. And nobody liked me, so I wouldn't have any friends.
But he's there with you.
But he's there with me.
And he's an ugly dude, kind of.
And that's something that fucking stuck with me a little bit. Not that I'm not a bitter guy. I don't think about.
I was friends with him too. We were friends with him later. I'll tell you that he was unmercifully ridiculed in junior high.
So he was infamous.
When he tried to cut his own hair.
He was more than.
He tried to cut his own hair, and he got destroyed by the whole school.
Let me tell you.
I'll just say that because I don't want to get too much away.
No, because I was there for that. You know, obviously.
He got plenty of shit from a lot of people, so he got his comeuppance. All
right. I also recall a time, same guy. This is like we're like 13, 14 years old, and he fucking remember the Converse Reacts? Do you remember those with like the gel reactor juice inside or whatever? He cut it out of his own fucking sneaker with a Swiss Army knife and fucking drank the juice. Meanwhile, obviously it's just water in a neon green gel packet. But all right, so that was that anyway. And then somewhere around 5th or 6th grade, one of my brothers is in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing online on fucking C-Day, going to fucking music, you know, and fucking this bitch just walks up to me and just goes, "Your brother's cute. What happened to you?"
Ouch.
Oh.
Ouch.
Why don't you just kick me in the dick?
Kids are so fucking
I know.
mean.
But I remember just looking at her like, you're not even like, you're horrible looking. like,
who are you kidding, lady?
Like, what are you even doing outside right now? Shouldn't you be waiting to see your shadow?
Now Mike's got to come back.
Yeah, now I got to come back.
30
years later. Fuck you.
Don't you hate that? I'll be thinking of shit later. I'll be thinking of stuff someone said to me, and it's like 6 years later. I'm in the shower. I should have said that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Should have said that with a Kirk Cameron when I had the chance.
Go back in time and zing everybody.
Man. Yeah. So that's. Hey, like them apples.
I like that. I like them apples.
You forgot about Vickers.
Yeah, back on page 137.
Yeah. You'll plagiarize the whole thing for us, so you know. Oh, we're just entertaining ourselves. That's all it is.
You're just along for the ride if you're here.
No, yep.
So I hope you enjoy
This is just an excuse to hang out with my friends.
I made my mother-in-law watch my kids so I can do this for the next couple hours.
No, and I'm on drugs. What does it say about you as a parent? Oh
And I'm on drugs.
Oh God. So what do you got this week? What's on the agenda
What else?
for another fantastic episode of the Chris Ranger Fantastic Voyage?
I gotta grind my gears.
Oh, you gotta grind.
It really grinds my gears.
I want to hear this. What do you got?
All right, so when I come home at night, I'm usually the only one on the road. I come home, I work nights. And every now and then, someone comes the other way, and sometimes I won't even have my brights on. I'm in like a mid-sized SUV. Good, like, just before they pass me, where I can't see them anymore. They flick their bright lights back on at me.
Yeah.
And blind me for that half second. And this kept happening every, once a week, maybe one, every 2 weeks, but once a month, whatever. It just kept happening. After about the fourth or fifth time, I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is pissing me off. So when I'm driving, I got my hand to flick that bright back on him. And that shit just happened a couple days ago. Motherfucker. I was like, oh yeah, fuck you. Like, oh, you think those are my regular lights? Bam! Brights, bitch! In your face!
Dude, I know what you're talking about because the same thing happened to Kurt Russell when he was working his night job in Overboard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm fucking crazy. I know.
Yes, you have serious
this shit drives
problems.
me nuts, though. Like,
oh, God.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you fucking putting your brights in my face, dick face? Like, I get... Like, you might forget they're on. Like, you're driving with lights on. But, like, you have your regular lights on. And then they come at me. And they, bam, flick them back on before they pass me.
Blind.
We have an understanding. We're supposed to have an understanding here. You put them on after you pass me. No more. I got my hand right fucking on the switch.
You know what? It's just the same person that does that is the same person that sits right next to you in an empty movie theater. Just doesn't understand common courtesy.
It's just like, I know it's common courtesy to keep my voice, but I need my light now.
Yep. Using a public bathroom.
God fucking forbid you drive another 25 feet and then flick them back.
No, I got you, man. You're in a public bathroom. There's 10 urinals. They're all open. Comes right next to you. Wants to spark up a conversation. Apparently, he's a big fucking Pistons fan. Know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. Okay. Sometimes I just say things, especially when I've had 5 or 6 Rolling Rocks, which are no longer our sponsor because Chris Ranger ruined it when we did our Facts of Life episode and called fucking Blair a cunt.
Well, that's a mouthful.
Yeah. And I got it out there. I'm high.
Thanks, Mike Ranger.
Yep. Don't do drugs, by the way. Like real ones.
Yeah, pot's not a real drug.
No, it's not. I don't care what they say. Real. You know something, buddy? I'm looking at your fucking Chris Ranger doll you got behind you there, and you've got quite the Aladdin vest on.
Well, it's supposed to be like a life preserver.
You look like Sinbad.
Like Marty McFly.
Oh.
Your doll is in the dock get up.
Yeah, no, I get it. You do look like you just jumped ship, but
yeah, I get it. It doesn't. It just looks more like a vest.
No, I still enjoy these things.
The specific vest.
They scare the fuck out of me, but
they're creepy.
Yeah, I got the biggest lips in the world. I got a set of fucking DSLs.
Now I'm looking at you, and you're a little.
I got big lips. I know.
High. It kind of looks like.
I know. Oh, fuck.
You do have that hat, though.
Listen, you know what happened to me, man? I just got led astray, Chris. I went to a party in high school, and I was just influenced.
Way too much.
Everybody went to the bathroom, and I wasn't cool. Unless I went to the bathroom.
Because you get made fun of for that.
Peer pressure is a motherfucker.
It is.
Yeah, and that's how I started.
That's how you started. What?
That's how I started. That's how it all
I got
happened.
peer pressure to smoke pot, and I kept denying it. But it was like a big joke. It was like, can we get him to smoke?
Yeah.
And I did eventually. And I just don't really. At the time I kept doing it a little bit, but I never got, it just wasn't my thing. And I I didn't like smoke in my lungs.
No.
Hurt my chest.
I seem to recall an incident somewhere in upstate New York with a certain rotisserie chicken machine.
Oh boy, that
didn't work out too good for you, did it? Oh god! So what else you got on your list there, Momi?
Let's see what's in my notes. Oh, this is the I didn't mention it. I didn't tell you this one.
Yeah,
I meant to tell you, but we got talking about other stuff.
Oh, okay.
The one thing I want in heaven, if there is one,
if there's
some afterlife, this is the one thing that better be there. I'm gonna guess.
If it's not a place on Earth, okay.
I would like to be able to watch the different eras of sports, like kind of like Field of Dreams, play each other, so I can have like a Michael Jordan and LeBron James play each other. Like different eras and different sports.
Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron.
Something like, Babe Ruth and Mark McGwire.
Yeah. Even with the steroids?
I want to see what Babe Ruth could really do.
I know, because, the thing with Babe Ruth is, like, I believe the legend because it's nice to believe the legend.
He might be like a 230 hitter.
You don't know.
In 1988.
You don't know. But if you do look what he did on paper compared to everybody else, it's just holy shit.
He might have been a regular player.
Dude,
in 1995 or
but
something.
He hit maybe in the dead ball era though. It's like
maybe he's like Rafael Palmeiro. Like
that's excellent.
He was a good player, but maybe that's all he would have done.
Yeah,
had he been in 1994.
I'm not gonna relegate him to like a Mickey Fruit Loop Tettleton or anything, but
that's one of the best baseball names.
Yeah, too. Mickey Fruit Loop Tettleton.
Mickey Tettleton.
Oh god. So I like that.
A la Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Like, that would be fucking great. But there's a kind of a problem because some of these athletes probably wouldn't get to go to heaven because they're like
scumbags.
Terrible.
Like Ty Cobb.
I mean, I might not even be there, but maybe there'd be a league in hell. Probably be better. They'd all be down there.
Scumbags. Not that they're scumbags. It's like,
well, I don't know.
I don't want to I want to be victim of.
I mean, I guess it depends on how highly you think people need to be in heaven. I suppose.
Yeah. Well, who cares?
Hell would have a really good league. The heaven versus hell. Hell would win every year. Like in baseball.
Like it's Jock Jams.
Jock Jams at 25.
Rock and Jock. What was the game on MTV?
Rock and Jock.
With like Rock and Jock.
They had a softball and basketball game.
Yeah, and the basketball game was atrocious. No, like Missy Elliott.
I liked watching it.
It was.
I like the 25-pointer. Like it was all right. I was really into I was really coming into basketball at that point. Yeah. It was like 93, 94.
They had like the 50-point bucket.
They had a 25 and a 50.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It was something to watch. I mean,
yeah, right. It was like the dead of winter. They probably aired it. I can't even remember. It was something to watch. Like the softball game.
It was the thing.
Rock and Jock. It was like 3 or 4 seasons, and then finally, like, get it out of here.
Yeah, I think Britney Spears competed in the season.
I think it was done by then.
No, I do think she did something.
Oh, but then they brought it back. I missed it.
I think I've seen like a picture of that recently.
Celebrity. There's a basketball game. I don't know if it's Rock and Jock though.
Do you remember?
There's a picture of her and what's the guy from NSYNC? Justin
Timberlake.
And they're instead of their names, it's their nicknames, and it's Pinky and Stinky. And it's like, good God, really? You did that? Like, you guys made the sexual innuendo?
I don't think they did that. Do you think?
Their nicknames were Stinky and Pinky.
And
they were dating. And she probably lost her virginity to him.
Probably, but they're members of the Mickey Mouse Club. So they live by a code.
At that point, she was doing coke off his dick.
What the fuck? They saw the episode of Growing Pains. They didn't do cocaine.
No one cool does cocaine, Mike.
No.
Nobody cool.
What else you got on this fucking crazy list here? Oh my God. Where do you think up with these things?
I have a boring job.
Okay.
We'll do. How about...
What do you got? What do you got there, Nomi?
You do Childhood Friends Lost.
Okay, you go first because you seem to have thought of this. They just moved away, ruined your life. This is a depressing episode.
Well, I was friends with like every kid in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like I rode around the neighborhood and I hung out with like everybody.
When you weren't arm wrestling.
Yeah. And then driving my stealing trucks.
Yeah, when you were working with your dad.
And
Hawkinson.
So there was a kid up the street. You moved in. He was around for like 4 or 5 years. He was really into video games, and I was too, but not like he was. He was like into them. Like he had Nintendo Power. You know.
Was his name Lucas?
No.
Did he have all? Did he know all 97 of them?
No.
No. Okay. Sorry.
But you know, he was. I liked him a lot, and so we played video games a lot. So we'd get 2-player games. You know, we had like, oh, we gotta beat this level. Let's get some power food, which was like hot dogs and Mountain Dew.
Hot dogs and Mountain Dew.
And we'd beat Legendary Wings after that.
That's a good game, man.
You know, and then you got a Super Nintendo, and like I used to just. This is before, obviously. Now everyone watches people play video games.
I'm still hung up on Legendary Wings.
He used to play like Final Fantasy and a lot of and a Shadowrun on Super Nintendo. I used to watch him. I enjoyed it. You know, like these single player games. I could sit there and watch it. It was interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why you think you'd want to play it, but I mean, and we did play a lot of games together too. But
so it was like in person Twitch, like you bought tickets to the Cosby Show.
Yeah, but I'd
taping.
watch him for play these games, and
pre-YouTube.
We had a good time, but we played a lot of 2-player games too.
Did you donate to his Patreon?
No.
Okay.
Didn't have to.
We don't have a Patreon.
But anyway, eventually he moved away to Idaho.
He moved to Idaho?
Yeah.
With one of the I states.
He was from here. His father was like an engineer, so I guess he kept taking the money.
Yeah.
Take the money and run. He was like from Texas, and he moved to I think he moved to he was in Arkansas for a while, and then he moved up here, and he ended up moving to Idaho. Anyway, he left, and I just, bang, I was in, I ended up getting like a PlayStation the next year, and
did he move from Tucson, Arizona all the way to Tacoma by any chance?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. You done?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. So whatever happened?
He had a big effect.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. I looked him up on Facebook.
Dude, when our friend in Oregon left, I was hurt because we were in the middle of watching Lost.
He was my friend first.
I don't care if he's your friend. That matters. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just fine.
You're allowed to miss him too.
No, yeah. So, but he had a big, he just, he bounced and that was it. But
no, he never looked back. Hates our guts.
He called me once. Oh, Kevin?
Yeah, it's a friend from Oregon. We're not allowed to say his name on the show.
You want to know something funny about our friend from Oregon?
What? He had a mullet?
At one point he did. So one time we were hanging out and he's like, I didn't even dare him to do stuff. He would just do stuff. And he we finished a bag of pretzels and he ate all the rest of the salt in the bag, which is now I know, you really can't have that much sodium in your diet. He threw up 20 minutes later. But which is relevant to today's episode, which will be an episode we're doing soon.
Yeah.
Whenever this airs.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Reverse it. For whatever reason, and my voice is terrible. I'm sorry.
You're a bit hoarse, but
I'm
it's
very
okay.
bad. Anyway, for whatever reason, he got a big ass pixie stick from an ice cream man.
And he
decided to snort it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh.
It burned the fuck out of his nose.
Oh God. What a sugar high. And not the same type of sugar high from Empire Records, Oh God.
Next time on Growing Pains, Mike and Boner do coke.
Yeah. You know what? I think I don't have too many stories of people moving away that I actually where I actually gave a fuck about the person. But I did have Kenroy.
I don't know what Kenroy looks like.
All right, well, Kenroy
I cannot remember.
He left as soon as he came. He was only had a 3-year run, and his 3-year run was horrible.
There's many stories of Kenroy.
Yeah, there's so many. For instance, the first time we met him, he was the new kid on the block.
Yep. Yeah, so we got a lot of shit.
New kid. And I grew up in a neighborhood of a lot of kids.
Yep.
A big group of friends.
Yep.
Or jerks, either way you want to look at it.
A lot of jerks.
But anyway, they're who he hung out with because they were in walking distance, and there was 20 plus, And this kid moved in like in the block where there was like 6 of us all in once, one area. And, he came over and fucking introduced himself, and we asked him like, like we're from New York, and like, and what's your favorite basketball team? He's like, Indiana Pacers, and like, what's your favorite sport?
He's
soccer and taekwondo.
He's in trouble.
And we're just looking at him.
Oh, he's done for.
Soccer and taekwondo, You're
done, kid.
So that was
He didn't
that.
do himself any favors.
Yeah, that was his start. Same weekend. So fucking, because you know how some of the guys were that I grew up with.
He had some bad characters in that neighborhood.
They fucking proceeded to invite him to a sleepover that didn't exist. And there was a baseball card.
This is like TV fucking shows, like cliches that happen.
Dude.
Like totally pranking the new kid.
Yeah. So the fucking guys that said like, oh, sleep over at my house tonight or whatever, they were up at the baseball card shop that was up the street.
Yeah. And
they were in there, and one of our friend's older brothers worked in there, which is why we were always in there. And the father, one of the kids' fathers, calls up the store and was just like, there's some kid outside with his bag and blanket and his Super Nintendo, and he's like, he says he's sleeping here tonight.
I fucking brought his Super Nintendo with him. Oh my God, that's like an awesome night too. You fucking assholes.
He had a Super Nintendo and you fucking invited him. Oh. I didn't do that though. I was just there.
Yeah. Man.
But dude, Kenroy did the worst shit. He stole his dad's car.
Probably because he's hanging out with you assholes.
Yeah, because a lot of my friends...
He wouldn't have done this stuff.
Dude, we're 14 years old. And
they were all stealing their cars.
All my friends were stealing their parents' cars.
It's a bad neighborhood.
I just went along for the ride.
Yeah.
I never stole my parents' car, though. Probably because we only had one between my two parents. But fucking... So, like, I remember, like, it was a sleepover. There's so many stories about this kid. I don't know if
there's one specific story.
Should I save all these? All right. Well,
I always heard.
All right. Well, I'll do the funniest story. All right. Let me do the. I'll do the car one first, and then you can tell me this.
Okay.
One. All right. So he steals the fucking car, right? It's in the garage. He has to open it with the electric, the garage door over there. It makes a lot of fucking noise. It's like 11 o'clock at night. His parents are sleeping. By the way, his dad was a drinker. I went to his house once. I never saw so many empty cans of Coors Light on the floor.
Coors Light? What a pussy.
But still.
Yeah.
We're talking hundreds of cans, man. Like,
I'm making light of the situation.
I know, but $12 on the floor. Fucking deposit bottle. Anyway, so he steals his dad's car, man. And everybody goes for a joyride. I wasn't there for this. Everybody goes for a fucking joyride. And he's able to close the door, go out for like an hour, come back, open the door, and fucking close the door. But he fucking pulls up too far. He hits a refrigerator in front of him that has a metal cooler on top of it that falls on top of the hood of the car and puts a dent in it. He only got caught because there was a fucking dent in the car.
Yeah.
It took like 2 days for his dad to figure out there was a fucking dent in the car.
Fucking lush. Finally figured it out.
Oh, dude, that was that one. What one do you got? Is it the cereal one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I knew
I never met him.
Okay.
But I hung out with a lot of the kids in the neighborhood at school.
Yeah.
And this story came up, and it was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I don't know if he even moved away yet or if he was still in school with us. I just never saw him. Yeah. And everyone talked about him, though. So
Kenroy.
He had like a couple kids sleep over his house.
Yep. Okay.
And, the next day.
He had a waterbed, by the way.
Oh, my friend had a waterbed that moved away to Idaho, too.
Yeah. You know who else had a waterbed?
Who?
Mike Seaver.
Did he really?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
All right.
We lived above the garage.
The next morning, obviously, you just expect them to have like, cereal. Every time I slept over someone's house,
I didn't know if that's where
their mother would make like real like pancakes and eggs and shit like that.
Yeah.
They'd go all out.
Yep.
Most people do. And when I slept over someone else's house, I was just happy. I don't even want eggs.
No.
I like cereal. I'll just have cereal. I was fine with that.
But you have company. You buy an Edmonds cake.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever. So the story goes, the next morning, there's nothing to eat.
No.
And it's just like, their mom's like, well, you came over to sleep over. You should have brought your own.
No, that's not. Well,
okay, you know the story.
I'll tweak it a little bit.
Go ahead.
That's basically what happened.
Close to that.
But word for word, what was said, they brought their own sleeping bags. Why didn't they bring their own cereal? Yes. So there's a song that goes with this.
So now one of the kids in the neighborhood.
Yes.
He's really good with nicknames and making jingles. I swear to God, he had a song for everything.
Yes, he's very good at it.
Funny kid,
and he's got a big Garfield fan, by the way.
Yeah,
huge.
He used to love singing. And I've got friends. So
Garfield and friends.
I'm not even doing it justice. He was really good with that shit, though. Yeah. So he made up like every fucking nickname for every kid in the neighborhood.
Swampy.
And
he came up with Swampy.
Anyway, so he makes up a song. There was a popular song at the time.
Yep, it was Breakfast at Tiffany's.
So I said,
"What about breakfast at Kenroy's?" His mom said,
"Didn't you bring your own?"
But Kenroy also had his own rap song.
I heard that song so many times in junior high.
He had his own rap song. It was, "My name is Kenroy and I swing from the trees. Everyone tries to get my Cocoa Krispies."
Did he make that up?
Yes.
This is too personal. I hope you're enjoying this at home.
Oh, dude, this is strictly
there were so many crazy stories in your neighborhood, man.
Because they were fucking psychopaths. The shit that was done.
I heard that song so many times. I memorized it. It's like 25
what about
years later.
Breakfast at Kenroy's? His mom said, "Ha ha ha! Didn't you bring your own?" Oh my God.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. I have seen too much to know that I have seen enough. Henson dropped the ball.
All right.
Racing Bells win.
You got anything you want to talk about?
No, man. Not really. I mean, I just whatever like you come up with.
Okay, I could do my Hitler bit. Okay, wait, we could probably wait on that.
The Hitler bit. Oh,
Hitler works at Burger King.
It's a period piece. We gotta save that one.
I could do the made up game. I do the made up games when you're a kid.
What else you got?
Want to see real people fight? Or different people fight with different styles.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, okay.
That one. The Jeff Bezos divorce. Do rich people have bunker or bug out plans for super catastrophe? Wrestling not explained well in 80s. That's very. I'll tell you about that one. I'm kind of the horror Star Wars movie idea. I don't have many left. We did a bunch of them.
Let's do made up games.
Okay.
Made up games.
We're in the childhood shit, so
yeah, we're in the child zone.
Okay, Mike. So natural.
Yes, Chris.
You remember any made up games you had when you were a kid?
Well, we were talking about TV tag before.
That's not made up.
I thought that was made up.
I played that game too. I mean, games that you make up. Like
I thought that was a made up game. That's a real game?
I played it and we didn't do anything.
Yeah, but we're in the same like fucking town. Figured it's spread across town. I don't know.
That's not a made up game.
Oh, okay. Just games I play with my friend.
Like, you ever make one up? Like, you made a game up that was popular?
Well, I made up a game that I did every day for a couple weeks, but fucking later found out it was a real game called Doctor. Oh, okay. Another time for that story.
Was this with a young lady?
My age, I guess. I don't know.
We're going to talk about it.
No, I'm not talking about that. We'll get kicked off the internet.
So, if you ever played Doctor with another little kid, you already know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start then.
Oh, God.
All right. We had a few games. We had one game. Who didn't have a basketball hoop that like lowered so you could dunk?
Yeah, of course.
So we had a hoop,
Michael Jordan hoop,
7 feet or whatever the fuck it was, 8 feet. And we made up this game called Blockage. It was more like a game I wanted to play because I was like the tallest one. So like the rules were like you could goaltend, so you wanted to go to the hoop. So it was basically like I just wanted to block everyone. It's like the best thing to do in the world when you block somebody.
Than a block.
So like you could shoot. It was like a regular game like 21. But with goaltending and you want to go to the hoop and everyone's just trying to block people.
Yeah.
So it was just something I really liked. It was fun because then like people would come to the hoop and be like one-on-ones. So it was fun to do. We used to play tennis ball, baseball.
Just baseball with tennis ball.
Well, it was baseball in the street, and we kind of just pitched it over. It was 2-on-2, and you had a pitcher and a guy in like the outfield, but you had like the rules. It was like you had to hit it to the right, to one side. We were all right-handed, so you had it to the left, and if you caught a ball that bounced off the house, you were out. Because it was like that was an amazing catch.
Yeah,
which leads us to another game, amazing catches.
Well, yeah, no. My version of amazing catches may have been a little bit different.
Okay, go ahead.
Because what we did was we hosed down my mother's backyard.
Okay.
Hosed it down.
Yeah.
And we threw the ball up in the air, and then we would have to like use the wet ground to like dive or slide, and we would. Okay. That's what we were doing.
Well, I think we just kind of just threw the ball out of reach and just we do what you do. I don't know. We didn't really wet the grass.
We would wet the grass.
Yeah.
It was so fun. It was so fun. Our intern was there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even our friend from Oregon.
I did that before when I was even younger.
Yeah.
I wasn't even hanging out with him yet.
Yeah. What about ghetto golf?
Ghetto golf was a good one.
Ghetto golf was real good.
We were like 18, 20, so we didn't have a lot of money and we were getting into golf. So we'd go to a school, a big school. It's got a big yard, and we just kind of get our chippers out, 9-irons and shit, and just kind of go to that tree.
Yeah, and the hole is
it'd be
hitting
like
a tree.
A few hundred yards away. You just got to kind of get as close to try to chip to the tree.
Yeah. But that's what we did.
That's
we had
great.
No money.
That's great. You had no money. It's great to learn golf.
One club and a ball. And
that's really cheap. I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah. Well, a lot of wiffle ball, but that's not a made up game. Sorry.
We had bike tag. And which you had like the guy would have 3. Like it'd be a whole neighborhood though. So I live in a big neighborhood.
Your game sounded safe though.
We had like maybe the kid had 3 tennis balls and he'd have to throw it and get the tennis ball stuck in the spokes.
I had to fucking touch guys.
You had a touch guy. That's dangerous. Yeah. You gotta get close.
I have scars all over my body.
That sounds like Roman times, like some kind of weird game with like horses or something. Like you had to get close to and touch people on a bike. It's dangerous. You gotta that's really dangerous. Dude, that's a bad game.
I look like fucking Everdeen from Gangs of New York.
And we have like driveway tennis.
Yeah.
Like there's no net. There's just like a line in the middle.
Line in the sand.
And you kind of just like, but we'd go back and forth. It wouldn't be like, it'd be like tip for tat. We'd be going for a while. It was like, it's like his game, you just bored. And it'd last for like a week or two. And then it kind of like phase out. A lot of them. Tennis ball, baseball lasts for a while.
All right. You remember that Masters of the Universe toy with the slime?
I had that one.
Okay.
Yep.
My friend and I made a game out of that slime where we thought it was a good idea to maybe take the slime, throw it in his younger sister's like underwear and give her a wedgie.
That's sexual harassment, Mike.
It's like 7.
Doesn't matter. You sexually assaulted her.
Fuck, I'm Harvey Weinstein now.
You put slime in her pants. You disgust me.
I didn't think much of it at the time. All right, I apologize.
All right, fine.
My fault. My fault.
Sounds like a fun game. Did your uncle play it?
No. Not for years until Nickelodeon Gak came out.
Gak. I just remember like that came out like, oh, he's ripping off slime.
Oh yeah. Well, no, Nickelodeon was the slime thing, man. That was like,
well, yeah, they
got slimed.
Yeah, but that was like a Canadian show they bought.
Yeah,
so it wasn't like even their idea.
But it was something that at the time you couldn't do it on television.
It became their thing. Yeah. They stole it though.
They bought it. They didn't steal it. They purchased it.
It was like a Saturday Night Live for kids, but it was a Canadian show. I don't think it was originally a Nickelodeon show.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Neither was Mr. Wizard, but it was on fucking Nickelodeon.
Mr. Wizard was a dick. You ever watching Mr. Wizard? He's like yelling at the kids half the time because they're doing it wrong. Beakman's World was way better.
Mr. Wizard came to my school, but it ended up not being the Mr. Wizard from TV.
Mr. Wizard.
Yeah.
Mr. Wizard was like this old man. It just scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, and then this guy just showed up. He wasn't even wearing the same sweater. It was kind of fucked up.
Was he wearing the same sweater?
Yeah. And that is Chris Ranger's The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man.
It was a childhood episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Lots of childhood stories.
Yeah. All right, I guess we should.
And I said, what about breakfast at Kenworth House? His mom said, nah, didn't you bring your own? Oh, yeah, it's ha ha. Fuck, I forgot that. Ha ha ha. Didn't you bring your own?
Dude. Garfield and friends. Dude put his brother in the oven. He put his brother in the oven.
You had him fucked up.
Man, I tell you what, he's nothing next to Bart Taylor. So until next time, if you had a fucked up childhood, we're ready to believe you.
Infirmary Media.